All right, our next storyteller is Aurelie Roque. Is it Aurelie? Is that how we say it? Aurelie. And she's going to tell us a story.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tell you the story. If you know me at all, you know that I don't ever get on stage without at least one cocktail in my hands. This happened, I don't know, 20 years ago maybe? I'm dating myself just a little bit. Tell me I look young later, please, later. But I was in Beauty and the Beast at a place called Charlie Mission Theater at the Park back in Kansas. Yes, that's where I'm from. No, I don't have a dog named Toto, and no, I don't have Ruby Slippers. Don't fucking ask me again. So I was playing Babette, the feather duster. And to give you a little bit of clarity on this, when we did the costume parade, losing all my words, not the alcohol, I promise you, that's not just me. I remember thinking, oh, this is a little bit like high cut for such a sexy character. Oh, feather duster is so sexy. But I went, oh, yeah, it's Disney. No big deal. So I went to the director, and she goes, that's great, I like it. 2 words, wonder bra. Run with it, run with the words. So I did, and I got like a corset, and I mean, everything underneath that costume was not Disney. So after the show, we used to do this thing where the adult cast would not help with strike. We would all hang out in the parking lot, and we would take like a hammer or 2x4, and we called it Walking with a Purpose. And once you turn 21, you got to graduate into the Walking with a Purpose Club. And the idea is, you go sit, somebody's got a cooler full of beer, and one person walks with purpose, comes back, and the idea of Walking with Purpose is, when you get tagged in, somebody hands you that hammer, you gotta walk across the backstage with that hammer going, I gotta take this somewhere. This has gotta be, like, don't talk to me, I got someplace to be. This hammer's gotta get someplace. And you go all the way to the end of the stage, you go all the way back, and then pass off to somebody else so that nobody knows that like 20 people are missing from the entire set deconstruction. So we did that for a bit. A friend of mine tells me, oh, we're gonna head off to TGI Fridays. Yeah, we used to go there. And I, in a bit of dumbness, went to the wrong one. Way the fuck out in BFE. I also passed, I apologize for your words. So I realized that they meant the one right next to the theater. I was 20, calm down. So I decided at 3 in the morning to drive all the way back, because surely TGI Fridays is open until 3 a.m. on a friggin' Saturday. That's logic. Again, it's 20-year-old logic. That's not logic at all. So I'm driving on the highway, and I go to look over the hump to see into the parking lot to see if there's any cars there. And as I do, I veer slightly. And I'm like, shit, I'm such an idiot. And wouldn't it be shitty if there was a cop car behind me? There was. They pulled me over in the TGI Fridays empty parking lot. And they said, what are you doing here? I'm in full stage makeup. Full, not just stage makeup, we're talking now beyond sexy Disney, Babette the Feather Duster. I look like Karen Walker when she was 20. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on up here and here. So I tell them, like, you're not gonna believe this, but I was just at TGI Fridays on the other side of town, and my friend told me, no, we're doing TGI Fridays. So I decided to come out here, and then I was like, I told them the full truth. Oh yeah, I just was looking and I'm here because I'm a crappy driver. And they went, yeah, I'm gonna need you to take a breathalyzer, please. So I went, yeah, great, sure, totally fine to do so. And they went, we're gonna actually have to wait because I don't have one, but I'm gonna call my friend, another cop, to come. But you can't get back in your car. It's 3 in the morning. I'm just sitting in an empty parking lot. I'm just sitting on the tail of my car, just like so. What were you up to tonight? It's like, oh, I was actually in a show. I was in Beauty and the Beast just around the corner. She's like, get the fuck out of here. I was running security for that. I was like, oh my God, so she doesn't let me go anyway. The second cop comes in, gives me the breathalyzer. What's the BAC again? It's like, we don't have the zero tolerance policy in the States. It's 0.5 or 0.6 or something. You can have like a drink, but don't be dumb. So I was well underneath the limit, but they still made me, they still said, well, we can't allow you to drive. Legally, they shouldn't have been able to say that, but for safety reasons. But they decided, hey, do you mind if we just kind of search your car? And I went, actually have nothing, I got nothing to hide. Have at it, go for it. Also, good luck, because I live in my car. I live in my car. You have to sit cross-legged in my car because there's so much crap. The leg is supposed to be. So they go through it for a bit, and they pull out an empty beer can. Because my friends are assholes. My friends, at some point, drank in my car without me realizing behind me, and then just went, I'm just gonna hide this here, she'll never know. So the cop goes, I'm just gonna take this and put it in the Never happened. Nicest cops ever. This is a long story, I'm so sorry. I did not practice. I got into the back of their car, and they said, we just want to drop you at a safe location. We don't want to leave you in an empty parking lot at 3 in the morning. That seems odd. So they took me to an International House of Pancakes, baby. I called my friend, one of my old housemates in college, and said, as weird as this sounds, I need you to come fucking get me, even though I'm not drunk and able to drive my car. And would you mind driving half an hour to come fucking get me at 3 in the morning? Thank God for young people being up at 3 a.m. So she's on her way. They just drop me off at the IHOP. I go, walk in, I order a glass of water and some toast, just so I can not be the pain in the ass of every server that's like, oh, I'm just here for no reason. So that's all I ordered. There's a bunch of younger kids, I say younger, they must have been also in their 20s, younger than me now, that were there partying for some fucking reason. And about 2 minutes after I sat down and ordered my beautiful cocktail of water and toast, one of them comes up and he sits across from me from the booth and he goes, hey, hey, can I help you? He goes, how much? For what? He goes, oh my, do you think I'm a prostitute? And he goes, it's at that point I remember I'm wearing a shirt that has cowgirl on it that she's going, howdy. So on top of all that stage makeup, the Karen Walker hair, and this sexy fucking t-shirt that I'm wearing, I went, I actually get it. That makes sense. And that's the end of my story. Yay.